No, I'm good.
Is this good flow?
Yep,
Everything's
yeah.
good?
Go ahead.
Would you like
Totally
to-
good. Totally perfect.
Start playing.
I get, I
We're
get
rolling.
Am I too loud?
Hola, es el jueves. ¿Sabes lo que eso significa?
Well, good evening. I'm Mike. Meet my friend Dave.
Which camera are we looking at? Hello?
So we're at thumb 3.
Your mic's not working.
Check
Mike.
1, 2. We're gonna stay right here until my mic is on.
Yeah, it's not working.
Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2.
Hold on. Talk.
Check 1, 2.
There
Hey
you go.
there.
All right, we got it.
Good evening. I'm Mike, and say hello to my friend Davey here. And we are going.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Good evening. I'm MikeRuggirello, your host for Theory Thursday. Say what's up to Jason Thomas, the co-host.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching. Always, please, excuse me, like, share, and subscribe. And go to our YouTube channel. Like I say, I put it every week, and I'm still waiting for more people to like that page and subscribe. Also like to thank our sponsors, Singular Sound Beat Buddy, Kurt Mangan Strings, Fusion Match, Guitar Tune-Up San Diego, and Mad Hatter Guitar Products. As always, Mr. Cthulhu in Chief, Dave Wright of SWR Video Productions. And yeah, guys, if you have any questions for Davey and Mike, please put them in the comment section. I will get them the message as soon as I can, if I'm not mesmerized by the wonderful guitar playing coming out of our guests. Yeah. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Jason. So yes, allow me to bring back and welcome back Mr. David Carano.
Thanks, Mike.
Hey, buddy. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
I think this is Davey's 4th time on our show, and thank you so much for being. You're a part of our show. I'm going to go ahead and say that, man. We expect you to be here, and we look forward to have your check-in with us quarterly.
Likewise.
Great. That was a fun jam that we did tonight. We're also both playing Les Pauls tonight. I think this is a fun, just different idea. This is all Davey's idea. He's like, you know what, I'm coming over. We're going to just play Gibsons and just, play guitar.
Yeah, and I was like, you're going to wear your Millennium Falcon shirt and you're going to wear the hat.
Yeah. Yes, he chose all of these ornaments. Which reminds me, just so it's not entirely... I don't know. Do you guys like this?
Oh, nice. It has lights?
Yeah, it's got 3 different modes. I can go to this mode. This is a little obnoxious.
That Yngwie Malmsteen mode?
That's Yngwie Malmsteen mode. This could be...
Jeff Beck mode? Go on. What do you want to see?
This is the one that I was wearing. This is MikeRuggirello mode.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I just thought it'd be a little considerate to maybe turn it off for now. And if you want to, if you have any hat requests for me to turn it on, just write in the comments. I'll put it back on for you. But I didn't want to wear it out. This is my Halloween outfit for this evening. This is our Halloween episode.
I know. I thought I should have wore a costume.
Say what's up to Mr. Jeff Bonham behind us. So yeah, we had that Funk 3 going, man. Real goopy, nice 79 BPM. And I'm going to go ahead and change this groove for us. I'm going to take us somewhere else. You know, Davey, we'll talk about gigs and you know what? This is a kind of a cool question off the cuff. Are you thinking about any effects right now to add to your arsenal? Are you still pining over certain envelope filters?
Yeah, I've wanted an envelope filter for a while, but I just can't seem to find anything good for under $10 million.
You know, I saw that
There's a couple of new. I have a buddy of mine, Rand Anderson. He's a great guitar player, and a friend of mine, and he is a super fun guy. Surfs and skates, totally down to earth guy, super smart. And he actually, man, I wish I could. I'll find it and put it in a comment. But he's actually was working with the original inventor of the. Is the Mutron the first one?
Yeah, I think so.
Envelope.
He's working with that guy, and they came up with this little design, and it's wicked. And then he's got an expression pedal, which almost works like a wah, sort of changes the diameters of it. It sounds so good. And I'm thinking about trying to pick up one of those from him. They sound really good. But
How big is it?
it's little.
Small.
Yeah.
Usually the better
What
ones.
are you using right now?
Just my normal stuff. I got my Love pedal, the 11. And then my
You're
probe
using that right
wah,
now.
and then a delay, and then a splitter that goes into 2 amps, and that's pretty much all I ever use. You know.
Does it bum you out that we don't have a pedal board camera for you?
I got it from
I don't have a pedal board, so that makes
Here.
total sense.
I'm actually a little burnt out on pedal boards.
Yeah, I got so burned down on just making them because I'm not like the buy one and set it up kind of guy. I take a piece of plywood. I should have brought it,
That
but
sounds like the way you do it.
I flip the bottom of the pedal around, I trace it, and I route it down into it. So the pedal goes into it, and then I get longer screws, and I screw 2 corners of each pedal into it.
Have it in there. Yeah.
That's
Because I hate
permanent.
the Velcro, it's permanent. If I have to change something, I just have backup in case I have another. I used to have a 2-pedal board. I have every pedal on the side if I have to run them with batteries and set them up if they don't work at a gig or something. But
I've been enjoying battery-powered pedals lately. In fact, they're the ones that I use at the last 2 fuse box gigs. Remember the one you came to and took a nap at?
Yeah. That's cool. You know what? I didn't take a nap. I just
fake
nodded
news.
off for
That's fake
15
news.
minutes.
It's anyway. I have a fuzz pedal around here, but like this reverb pedal that we were looking at, I like this mostly because
Look at that
please.
stand. Is that where the
Yeah.
power supply is supposed to go or something?
No, that's a pedal riser.
Oh, so you have something in front of it.
Yeah, and you can put
Yeah.
cables underneath it. They're pretty handy. But what I like about this particular
thing's
pedal,
cool.
well, there's the battery compartment. So you just, whatever. I
So
don't want
many-
to. I'll probably drop.
So many little pedals. So many of those little pedals don't have batteries.
Yeah.
And you gotta have it. In case something breaks, all I ever used was batteries. But if I knew how many thousands of dollars I wasted on 9 volts over the years, so I finally bought a power supply, and now I run a power supply.
Which one do you have?
It's
Like the.
it's exactly like one that everyone uses, but someone else bought the idea off them and painted their own thing on it. It's about that big, and you plug things into it.
It's got like a few nines,
It's a brick.
like 6 nines,
It's like
and
a
then a
brick,
couple
right?
18
It's a
volts.
brick.
Yeah.
I did use
So
the.
it's like a Voodoo Lab or a.
My brain's not working very good. I did use the MXR brick, which is my favorite one because it's
Yeah.
little, but it broke,
Uh,
and I just hate
broke
when
brick.
things break within like a year. I'm like, yeah, I'll get another one, but it broke, so I just. What is it
Do
called?
I, with my hair like this, do I look like a Jewish grandmother? Like,
it's a
no,
bubby.
man,
Bubby.
no. Like if I had a rocking chair,
Yeah, yeah.
but that. My buddy Brent said that to me, and you know what pisses me off? Every time I look in the mirror,
No, that's all you
and my
see.
hair
That's all you
does. Yeah, so thank you, Brent, for that.
Yeah, I'm going to thank Brent for that too because that's great.
So I'm gonna.
It's babushka. Bubby.
I don't know. He's
You
just
could just look like a really old Jewish mom. Doesn't have to be a grandmother.
What do you guys feel about that? Do you have any thoughts? Write them in the comments. Let's be jokey tonight. Put my hat back on.
Thanks for the
sounds
strings
nice.
last time too.
Yeah. Oh man, you know we got more for you.
Is that all the strings you're using? Is it Mangan?
Yeah.
Mangan.
We straight Mangan up and hip.
Are you?
Yeah.
Right on.
Even him.
Yeah.
Where are they located?
Colorado.
All right, cool.
And I believe he started that brand in '96, and he had a long career with D'Addario.
All right.
Yeah. So
Then he broke off and
yeah, American
I
made
like-
string.
America.
America. And by the way, Kurt and Samantha, these are the Monel strings. They just came out with a new alloy. Have you ever heard of Monel?
I haven't, but I'm loving this and that guitar.
This is a really neat. It looks like a studio, but they called it an LPJ, and we all know what Les Paul Juniors look like. But for 2014, this was their version of the LPJ, and in such.
It's designed exactly like a studio. In fact, it's made in with the same material. It's a studio.
Exactly. You know.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. It doesn't.
I was tripping on that. That's
And then this
interesting.
is the new addition to the family. I picked this up on Friday. Thank you, Dave Zipperman at Guitar Center. This is the new 2018 Les Paul Classic, and it's got P90s, so this is a big new move for me. I currently do not own a guitar with a Floyd Rose anymore. I think that's cool.
Really?
It's a big surprise, too. Even my buddy Todd Everett was like,
Not even one?
not even one.
You sold your other
all
one?
Gibsons. Christina lets me use this. This is my number one, and then also the V. So when I want to
yeah.
play humbuckers, and I get to look.
P90s are the best sounding pickups.
I was
Very
just
versatile.
gonna.
They're the original ones, and they're fatter and beefier sounding than the Fender single coils. They just buzz.
You know that.
Which, by the way, if you don't know why they call them humbuckers, it's because they buck the hum.
They buck the hums.
Oh, yep. Yes, they do.
But if you can get those things quiet, and I'm sure those have a dummy magnet under them or something to make, because they sound pretty quiet.
They're. Yeah. Well, here I'll put my
They'll put a
distortion
dump-
on. So here's channel 2. So there's a little bit.
Right.
It's not that bad though. I think they say that they're waxing them, or they're double what. They're doing something to the P90 that's different. If one of y'all knows what I'm talking about, write in the comments, because I would love to know. I just watched something on YouTube about the P90s, and a lot of different guitar players are going for them. In fact, you know, it's a strange thing I noticed. We're kind of talking a lot. We should jam. We're going to jam here in a second. But I did notice I've been watching a lot of those rig rundowns on Premier Guitar.
Yeah.
And the strange, consistent little piece of thread that I found out, I'm choosing to put myself in this category. It's pretty, it's pretty bold. But the guitar player from Conan and the guitar player from.
Jimmy
I wish I
Fallon,
could. I wish I would just say your names. That's not. I will know their names. Yes, they both of their Les Pauls of choice have P90s, and I was like, I know they're not hosts, but they're the musicians of big shows, and now I, in some interesting little fashion, I feel like I'm a host and a guitar player of a show, and I have P90s, so I fit possibly the criteria of being on TV. And what kind of Les Paul do you play? I'm just kidding.
Well, I swore I wasn't going to sit here and talk about myself,
I
but that
know.
only lasts so long, so I will.
Do it.
Because it was this, because I had a studio back in the day when I played in Plump, a white studio. I hated the color, it's like an off-white, but I just probably, if someone said you can only play a Les Paul for the rest of your life, I would be just fine with it, because it's actually the guitar. And I have my Howard Roberts Fusion, which is pretty much like a Les Paul.
I love that guitar.
But it's big, and I'm little. I like playing a little guitar, but it's the Les Paul that got me into this, So you have... Wait, give me...
I'm gonna go ahead and check my tuning too.
Tuning doesn't matter. Basically, you can roll off this and get a little more back pickup,
You like the blend?
and you can blend.
I was just listening to Jim Herring. So what's your little recipe? What blend do you like?
Well, I'll mostly sit in the middle and back off the back pickup a little bit, because I like the thick sound.
Cool.
But sometimes when I play, I'm go skanking or something, and I want a thinner sound.
Let's hear it. Show the audience what you're talking about.
Well, just if you keep it all the way up front here, I try to keep it so that the sound man doesn't have to do very much. I'm always telling the sound guys, don't ride my solos. Riding your solo means they turn it up during the solos, because I'll turn it up during the solos.
Sure.
So, I might start playing, and if I'm skanking a tune, I'll roll back on both of them, because you're hitting it hard, And then if I go to play over it, I'll probably start with a little more. And then when I start playing harder and getting louder, I'll sort of roll onto the front pickup more, so it's kind of take it from like here. Bring it more to the front pickup when I want to play louder. I'm going to start playing hard. It's nice to have it on the front pickup because it doesn't bite as much. You can dig in more and it's not as loud. So I'm trying not to, hurt anyone's ears. But I forget what my point was about that. But I had one and I loved it, and I love this one. This one's great.
I'm glad you like it. No, you sound really, really good on it.
Thanks, you too. I'm glad you got that thing. That's awesome.
Thanks.
So anyways, my point was,
we can trade at any point
is that P90s are my absolute favorite pickups. But when you have two humbuckers and you can roll in between them, you can get that bright sound. This is my point. So you're here in the middle. There's still some bite. And that sort of substitutes for what I like about the P90s, which is that they chime. They have that bell tone to them like Stratocasters do.
Okay.
But I can't tell you how many little ghetto clubs I play where the power's not good and it just buzzes, so I use humbuckers live. In fact, Billy Gibbons is the same way. All those ZZ Top recordings all recorded on a Strat. Live he uses the Les Paul. Yeah. And I was so blown away when I found that, but you just can't beat the single coil pickup, and Gibson was the first one who came up with that, and it's just a way beefier pickup. They're the best. They have it all. They have the depth and they have the sparkle on the top of them, but they just buzz. And so there's, Seymour Duncan makes 3. They make one that's totally quiet, that has a dummy coil to trick the pickup. And then they have one that has a small dummy coil and then one that has none.
Wow.
And they buzz accordingly. So, and they don't sound as pure when you get the ones with the dummy coil, or however it is the technology that they use to make it not buzz. They don't really sound the same as like a true P90, but like the old jazz guitars, big hollow box with a P90 in them, you can't beat that. They sound so good, and they just don't make them really because they just don't do it anymore. Everyone has humbuckers in their big jazz guitars, but a big jazz guitar with a P90, God, it sounds so good.
Yeah, it really does.
So anyways, that's...
No,
thanks for letting me play this thing.
Of course. I think somewhere in the few minutes here, we'll just for fun, we'll trade guitars. Davey was playing this earlier. He sounded totally rad on it. But I'm gonna go ahead and just choose another groove here. God, let's just, like you said, have fun. So where do we want to go? groove-wise. I feel compelled to just lay down something interesting. Do you guys even want to dare doing jazz?
No.
Keeping it. Let's go to a pop.
Find a beat.
Just a groove.
Drop a beat.
I like a dish one right
Drop
here.
the beat. Let's do like a 1/4 thing.
Okay.
Like B maybe.
Yeah.
B, B. What's that?
Then an E. Then 1, 4. play the best solo of my life when I'm in the middle of the night by myself, and then I'll get. Sometimes it's a lot of times I think it's just mental.
It really is. You know, in the last couple of days, I've just been off my game. It really, I mean, not that. I hope that really doesn't mean much, but I love playing guitar. I feel good playing guitar, but you know, like over just some really basic chords, two simple chords like that. You know, I wanted to even maybe talk about that, like maybe a simple approach, like not so, like what key is he playing? Like why is Mike in A minor penna when Davey and Jason are comping in a B7 and E minor? Well, like because I'm trying to do A Dorian and it just sucks because of my note selection.
Well, don't even think about the scales, just think about the notes, you know, but everyone, there are those guys, we all know there's those guys, and sometimes people will tell me I'm one of those guys, but I'm totally not one of those people that can play along with anything.
You got great ear and great feel though,
I can
so
fake
like
my way through some jazz ideas, and I write tunes that are in that, but when it comes to like playing around changes, like I really haven't done it that much. I like I really like the expansive psychedelic jams, and you have your things that you're good at. When it's like a heavy rock tune, you need some, that's not me. Like you'll come in, we were playing with Super Unloader, and do some stuff that I would never do, but this is like the jazz funk #1. The 1 to the 4.
That's so good right there.
And also the minor to the 4. I can't tell you how many tunes
So
I
dark
played
and
in
chewy.
that little rare jazz groove.
Do that again. What is that?
You can do like dominant, just to, you know, or minor even.
That's nice. I like that. That's the
every
2/5.
Jammy jazz funk band has like that, and it's a fun one because you know you can.
So this is really cool, people. Look what Davey is doing over a B7. I'm simply just playing a B7 chord. You can do however you like, you know, chewy with the 5. That's a really nice approach.
They work really well together, you know what I mean? You got like, you have...
Wait, go,
you know?
show me again.
The third is really the note that you can state that will kind of say, hey, I know we're going, it's just...
Did you hear what he said, guys? He said the third, so no matter any given chord, whether I give him 10 chords or 3 chords, sounds like Mr. Carano is specifically trying to find a third. So, in this chord, Davey, where's our third? You know, high one, low one, whatever.
So you have... And then you also, when you go to the 5 for the 4 chord, you got the...
That's so good. So good, people. Simple. Those, maybe like we can just turn this into the guitar lesson part. So for the B7, nice and simple approach. Do that cool lick again, like.
Now change.
So beautiful. Wow, see how he just falls a half step down and lands on the 3rd of the E. That is
And then
really...
I'm doing the same stuff
It's
over.
really smart though. And
Not
it's,
always, but right now I'm doing a lot of the same stuff over. Now go back.
So good every time. I'm gonna do my best to take a note out of Davey's a page out of Davey's notebook. And you know, it's really
get
a
that
page
beat.
out of music. It's just not Davey's notebook. It's just you know, I'm just a little tired of just playing so weird, you know? I want to play good.
It's good to want more from your own playing, you know what I mean? And I'm like totally, because that's all I did when I was a kid. I'm about to bring it in, my custom little Kramer with a Floyd Rose on it. It's like 3/4 scale. There's only 2 of them, and I got 1 of them. And it's like this, and that's all I played in high school. And I love if they would stay accurate, and they don't stay accurate, I would play 50% of the time of floating tremolo, because I love playing with the whammy bar. Most people don't know that. I love finger tapping and all that stuff, but I got into other stuff, and I just don't do it because I need to sound in tune, because my main vehicle is to play my songs, and they have to sound in tune. Not that those things they sound amazingly in tune, but I'm so proud of you that you don't even have one with a Floyd Rose on it. It's weird. There
Thanks,
are some other
Davey.
options you can have fun with. You can't dive bomb with them, but man, I'm totally into...
You know, there's
the
things that
big-
you can do though.
What's the big one with the big flat
Bigsby?
thing?
Oh, the
Bigsby's are
Bigsby.
so cool, and they
Those
don't go
are-
out of tune, and you can do what I like to do, which is just kind of,
This wall, yeah.
you know? So,
Jeff Beck style.
yeah.
It's a neat tone. I really
Sounds
enjoy
like
this
you're
guitar.
going through a phase. It's good. You got to change it up.
Yeah, I'm certainly just trying to
You know?
change. And, you know, the truth is, it doesn't sound like it, but I teach a lot of blues and just rock and roll
I know.
during the week.
Yeah.
So it made more sense to get a guitar that.
That thing's perfect for you. I love that thing.
Yeah,
It's great.
thanks, man.
It's great.
I really can't wait to just.
P90s, I love them. They look better. They look so good.
You know, well, they're the predecessor pickup to the humbucker. These were the state-of-the-art pickups back in 1957.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. So yeah, man. Davey Carano in the house. Let's talk about some gigs. What's going on with the David and the Goliaths? What's going on with the Wise Monkey Orchestra? A few
Wise
things.
Monkey is playing a gig on the 10th, November 10th at THC. I'm playing guitar.
Where's
in
that?
It's the holding company. It used to be Gallagher's in Ocean Beach.
Oh, okay.
The guys from Noodle House bought it, and they're turning it into more of a music venue. I've seen Coolio there and all kinds of cool shows recently.
Coolio.
Yeah. And then tonight I'm playing bass with Sidecar at the First Street Bar in Encinitas. And then
Cool.
on the 19th of next month, I'm playing with Sidecar at the Music Box, opening up for Israel Vibrations. And then this Saturday, David and the Goliaths is opening up for Super Unloader, a costume party at 710 Beach Club
Down in PB.
Pacific Beach. And then
Yeah.
Chad Farron, the drummer from Super Unloader, is going to be playing with my band. And then also Brian Jordan, old guitar player from Carl
Yeah.
Denson's Tiny Universe,
Oh man.
playing bass with me that night.
Oh, you got a cool all-star nice lineup.
So and then we'll probably all play together. Super Unloader. We'll do the big Super Unloader jams. And so that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that.
Are you dressing up?
I don't know. If I don't have like the best costume in the room, I have trouble dressing up. And so it's too late to like make a costume or have my mom make a costume. She can't even see anymore. I'm like, maybe a costume. So I might dress up as a girl, maybe. My
You'd be-
neighbor says she'll do my makeup and stuff and give me a dress, so I might do that.
That would be cool. You look cute.
I did it at that club a long time ago in the 90s with Wise Monkey. And at the time, my girlfriend was like super into fashion, and she dressed me up in one of her outfits with I wore like my Doc Martens, and then she did my makeup, and then I shaved my head so I could wear the wig and had little pigtails. And all night playing, I just remember everyone in the band just looking at me and just being like, because I was a pretty hot chick. I'm the size of a hot chick.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
125 pounds. But and then I walked into 7-Eleven later on, and totally had a couple guys check me out. But I walked like a
Scary.
dude.
Are you right?
Yeah. I hooked up with them just because it was fun.
Why not? Heck, if the opportunity presents
But so
itself.
kind of reliving that.
Hey, in Sidecar, Sidecar's a very cool reggae band, sort of quasi
Tim's
reggae.
got all kinds of tunes, but for the past bunch of years, we've been doing the majority of our set will often be reggae tunes.
Would one
But
of
there's still some stuff where we branch out. He's got a lot of R&B type stuff. He's got a great voice for that stuff. And so he's got some newer tunes he's been writing, and they're not all reggae tunes.
have you played guitar in that band?
I play guitar sometimes, and I play bass sometimes, and he goes through different phases where he wants different stuff, and I've been solid on bass for a couple months now, and then occasionally he'll get the whole 2 keyboards, 2 guitars, and all this stuff. I just do whatever he asks me to do and just show up and play. So
I was gonna ask if it's cool. What would one of the chord progressions look like? Like just 2, 3, 4 kind of chord progression?
they're all different. One of my favorite tunes of Timmy's, which we do occasionally, is pretty simple, but it's Who's to Know.
Let's hear a little bit of it. Looks like
It's
Dave
like-
Wright knows
I like
this
that
song.
Oh, that song.
Basically just like that, and it's like something like, "Here you sit, da 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 da." And that's the first section, then it goes, "I remember days in the
Almost sounds like a rock song.
hand in hand, talking about our love, how our love would never end.
That's cool.
I looked at you as a lover and my best friend. Funny how it comes just as quickly as it ends. Who's to know when that day will come? You know you've got to carry on, my brother." That's that one. He's got a bunch. Those old
I
tunes
like
are
that.
really cool, and then
What kind of drum beat would be supporting
it's
that?
just like just like a folky kind of funky tune, you know.
Cool. Very cool.
Definitely like almost
You know, that actually
back in the
kinda-
day, definitely like crossover.
Yeah.
They do some reggae tunes and some sort of heavier tunes, but everything had like an odd thing. And then naturally, he's a trumpet player and a percussionist.
Yeah.
So there's always a weird time thing and weird little intros and things like that. But now he's just playing drums himself. So now it's a little bit different. Now it's 2 keyboards, Benji and Kiki, and then Pele, Anders Pelmark, which you got to have him on. He's like the best reggae guitar player in town.
Cool.
And Anders
That
playing
would be
guitar,
cool.
Tim playing drums, and then I play bass. So, and then occasionally we have Jehua, who's another great musician from in town. He'll play bass and I'll play guitar.
Fun.
So.
Do
it's
you
like-
get to use the same rig, same pedal accoutrements?
Yeah.
Let's
I
talk about
usually
some of the. Oh.
Yeah.
I play my
yes. Switch
SG
it up.
when I play with that band.
Say what now?
I play my SG when I play with Sidecar if I do.
Cool.
I like it. Jeez.
It's not beefy. Mine's real thin sounding. With 2 guitars, it's fine. For just my band, I need something
Need something a
thicker
little heavier.
sounding. It's light, and then not only that, but I had it red, yellow, and green flag
Oh, cool.
done in the 12th fret. Ruined the value of it. But it's a really nice job. Jeff
on.
Vincent did it, the guy that made my guitar that I usually bring.
Oh, okay,
he did
cool.
it.
Jeff Vincent, that's right. Yeah, I wanted to tag him on today's show for a co-host. I guess when I can designate a co-host on your particular show, it gives them the. What does it actually do, guys? What does it do for you?
He's not real Facebooky.
No. Yeah.
His voicemail message says, "Leave me a message and I might call you back." And it's exactly true.
Right. That's a.
Let's say, let's talk about some of your stuff. Anything working on new that you got?
Yeah,
Tunes?
just slowly but surely climbing up that mountain, trying
Yeah.
to get the gigs that I want and that I need. And I sort of have like a whole new kind of business plan, which is that it's difficult. I mean, I've been doing it for years, and I just don't have it in me to play every and any gig. And Winston's and those clubs I've played for years, it's hard for me to get a real good night there at this point, which I totally understand because my new band's not really pulling many people, but I just don't want to play on a Thursday night. I want to play on a Friday night. So I'm going to, inspired by this thing, I'm going to start doing live shoots of the band. I'm going to save up money, hire everyone, pay them, and I've done one session, do 3 songs, just done epically, studio recording, all live, and then I'm going to do like a bunch of them until I have like 20 tunes done. And then when I have that done, probably mix those down and do a record or 2 out of all the stuff. And then from there, try to boost myself back up the chain, you know. But I'm just playing and happy, and I've been taking last-minute gigs in my band a lot lately,
That's
which is
awesome.
cool. But it's not optimum for playing everything you want to play. You know, you gotta you have all these tunes you want to do, but the same 12 tunes seem to make the rounds at the first couple of gigs with new guys, and I have all these other tunes that I want to play. So I'm just going to try to take it a little more serious and do that with it. Thanks for asking.
And I think
Yeah,
the
that sounds
recording
great.
also helps with that too, because you can go,
Yeah,
we're gonna do these songs.
it does help, totally. Because right now I'm like, I have a couple things, and I send it to them, and then we get into the room to rehearse, and I'm like, but there's all these other tunes.
I've got all these
too.
other ones.
You know, would you play that song that you showed me earlier, one of your new tunes? Is that okay to show that progression a little bit?
Sure. This is one of my
This
rock
is
tunes.
really great riff so far, guys. Listen to this.
Can you hear this okay?
Yeah, you're good.
So it's... I want a simple life, one like back in the day. Give me a simple song, one that's easy to play. Where is my simple life? Is it up in the hills? Still working out. I make my way by the city thrills. When I need to find myself, I get lost. 'Cause emptiness is where I belong. I get lost. 'Cause emptiness is where I belong. I get lost. And emptiness is where I am from. And emptiness is where I am home. it's got another verse and another thing.
I think that's so cool. Isn't that a great piece of music, guys?
I don't know what to do with all those rock songs.
You know, Davey, that
I read
that
a
is
bunch.
really good stuff.
Thank you.
I like that a lot.
Right on.
I would love to hear the groove or the drums and the.
Everyone, when I do play it for people, they're like, sounds like that song. And I'm like, I did grow up in the 80s, and I don't listen to ideas and go, hey, but a lot of these grooves are natural, but it definitely sounds like, what's the tune?
You know what I also heard too when you
You
were
know.
singing?
I could hear a couple things in there, but like,
There's one that's
if I
like,
could hear a beat to that, it almost sounds like the Romantics.
yeah,
The talking in your
exactly.
sleep, is that the one?
Exactly. It.
Yeah.
That's
I
what I
get
feel
that.
like. It sounds like talking in your sleep.
Kind
you
of.
know?
Not really, though.
But then, of course, this goes into halftime.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's sort of a song, if you want to know what it's about. It's sort of
Yes.
like, I grew up on a Christian commune, and it was so hard for me when I first started having like religious arguments with people to have them like come at me with like, oh, religion is so dumb and that people believe in this dumb thing. Because to me, it was like this wholesome thing that kind of was everything to me. And so then I actually got older and kind of started following my own little path and discovering my own things. And then I got smarter and started reading and studying it. And it really is a little bit goofy to like just buy into the whole thing of whatever the religion is. Like, you can believe in God or like a supreme reality. I always end up talking about this stuff. But really, what my questioning with this song is that if you knew for a fact there was no God and you were just going to die and be done, how would you live your life? And can you accept and find happiness? Because a lot of people, it's like a crutch. You just have this thing you're looking towards. All this good's going to happen, all this stuff. But let's face it, this world's not, it doesn't shed, I don't look out in this world and see God apparent. But I'm not saying, I pray and I meditate and things happen for me. But this is just my song just saying that there's that dark side of which I know we all know, of just sitting in my house and drinking whiskey in the middle of the night and no one's there and I totally love it.
Yeah.
You know, thinking of Joni Mitchell and like the darker sides of things.
True
and
confessions.
That's kind of what it's about. Is like that's kind of where I find my home base. Is how happy can I be not having some big crutch to lean on? You know, if it's some whatever just living in the moment, because it's almost more amazing.
We take creative license with writing, lyrics too. I mean,
Yeah.
you can basically I do a lot of religious kind of influence
Subject
kind
matter.
of stuff. Subject
Yeah, yeah.
matter. It's the same. It's like you
Yeah,
You
it's
do what you feel,
Don't
you
take
know?
it. Don't take it too serious. I have
Yeah.
songs about God too. You know, I have one that's like, I was wrong. I found my faith in you 'cause I was wrong. And that was like kind of about the word faith. I got
That's
this big
good.
argument with someone, and I don't really know what the root of that word is, but it's sort of a religious word. Faith is more than hope. Faith is like really believing that things are going to be okay, and that word to me comes from that God element and what that represents. And so I have songs about that stuff too,
Yeah.
but that's kind of what it's a little dark. I actually wrote that song in the middle of the night by myself while I was drinking whiskey.
It's very
some
poetic.
of the best stuff
No,
comes out of that.
Yeah.
It's for sure.
I loved hearing all of that, Davey. That was great.
Thanks. But anyways,
We're
we talked a little bit about it last night.
you know,
I had so much fun at your guys' last gig. I was blown away at how good you guys sounded. When are you guys
Oh,
playing next?
That's really nice of you, Davey. We played Saturday,
We
which
played Saturday at Bolt.
which your
Yeah,
brother came by to say
Joey.
hi.
That's
That
cool.
was really cool. Nice
Yeah,
surprise. Thanks, Joey, and of
And
course
Jake.
Jake. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was,
Right on.
kind of
Brad.
a.
Very,
We play.
very stoked you guys.
You know,
way cool.
we're
Yeah.
playing at the Marrow with RDG.
RDG too, yeah.
What's up, Raymond? And we
Yeah.
also
Pleasure
got
Fix, right?
no Pleasure
No.
Fix is we're gonna trade them out for Jeff's other band, Amigo.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, Amigo
all
too.
It was
Oh,
a Friday
rad.
night.
Is this camera on at all?
Yeah,
It
it's
does.
Because I'm
on.
just like
That's right.
looking at that camera the whole time, like I'm like, hey, I'm connecting with people, but
We kind of switch them up a little bit.
So anyhow, we're
a little
playing.
light. Can you put a little light on top and let me know which one so I can be like, anyways.
Like,
I wanted to give you a few things on behalf of our sponsors. Thank you, Kurt Mangan and Matt Hatter, and everyone at Singular Sound Beat Buddy. We have these T-shirts now, and I was laughing at Dave earlier. I was like, I don't think Davey even owns a piece of black clothing. However, you got black pants on, so this is for you, my
You
friend.
know what? I'm a musician just like the rest of you, and I have all black, a bunch of black. you know.
Well,
But, but I'm really weird with
I'm
my
really-
clothes because my black shirts fade and they're all sitting somewhere just waiting for like the perfect occasion.
Oh, just
I have
a
this
whole-
shirt that says
I'm really jealous of your wardrobe, though. You always come over; it's so colorful. Like you got cool blues and just you just wear colored
I
clothes.
like colors too. I'm not. Yeah. I always match my shoes to my shirt. If you ever notice, that's what you'll notice. It's like a weird. I've done it ever since I was like in
I
second
see
grade.
that now.
If
Well,
I
and
find
even
a-
the guitar kind of helps with that whole vibe. So
Awesome.
anyhow,
Earthy vibe
Thank you
going,
very
yeah.
much. Very cool.
there's some stickers for Nicholas, and then some picks, and then another set of strings.
Cool. And now I can wake up with more stickers all over my guitar.
Yeah, all over the
Is that what he does?
Yeah.
Awesome. These are
Yeah.
the picks I like too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah.
That material.
Medium.
We're
heavy.
we're getting close to handing out or doing another giveaway, so hopefully
any-
next week. Just stay
Stay
tuned
tuned.
and stay with us. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. I'm MikeRuggirello, and we are going to be summing up the show. You cool with that? Because it's you know.
Yeah, we're running up what 50?
I chose a funk beat and I changed it to a vintage Ludwig. Tell me if you even like this groove. That was kind of cool and bluesy. You want to go with that, man? I can put on a blues beat and just kind of do some blues.
Last time we were here, I came up with this little thing.
Okay, show me. Well, because I want to.
Can you do like a?
Well, I'll close us out then if we're going into the music section.
Yeah, you close us out and I'll find a groove.
All right. Well, Mike is looking down there at Jeff's insides. I'd like to say thank you guys for watching. Again, always a pleasure to have you in
Likewise,
here, Dave.
thank you.
Anytime
Thanks, Dave.
you want to stop by. Yeah. Thanks for watching the show. Please go to our YouTube channel, like,
Yeah,
share,
do
and
that again.
subscribe on the Facebook channel. Thank our sponsor, Singer Sound Beat Buddy, Kurt Megan Strings, Mad Hatter Guitar Products, and Guitar Tune Up San Diego.
It's the police trying
SWR Video Productions, Mr. Dave Wright. And
Just
yeah,
slowed it
man,
down to your
just
Try it.
having a good time. Oh, yes, and we
Try
talked to
it.
you about the show coming up at the Marrow. So
Is it okay if we listen to the drum beat real quick?
yeah, go ahead.
I
was
put
gonna
on
give-
a do, 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 a da, da, da. Hopefully this works for Mr. Carano.
and then,
Let's do that E.
yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Just to remind everybody, tonight, First Street Bar in Encinitas, Davey is playing with Dave and Goliath.
Sidecar tonight.
Sorry. And then another one with Super Unloader at 710 Club on the 28th, this Saturday. Sidecar with
That's gonna be rad.
Israel Vibrations at Music Box November 19th.
Ooh, I wanna
That's
go
it.
to
Thank
that.
you.
Business?
We're
get
gonna
you in. You
we're
wanna
gonna
go?
go to that. Yeah, we love
Yeah.
that. We love the food there too. So good night, everybody. We'll see you next week with The Wizard is back, Mr. Greg
The
Vaughn.
wizard walks by. No, sorry.
Take
All
it away.
E.
So I'm actually gonna do my best to sound good right now. Turtle, this is for you.